In Kenya, many individuals who live affluently and luxuriously do very illegal businesses to finance their lifestyles. Welcome back to my YouTube channel if you are new here. Today I want to take you through the lives of such individuals. Joyce Teresa Akinyi, once a prominent businesswoman in Kenya, has been convicted for her involvement in a large-scale heroin trafficking operation that exposed her ties to criminal networks. Akinyi, whose name was long associated with controversy and illicit activities, now faces life imprisonment after being found guilty of trafficking heroin worth 5 million shillings. Her conviction by the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Court marks the end of her years of evading the law. The court will hand down the sentence on December 10th. She was first introduced to the public when she married Chinedu, a Nigerian businessman with whom she was frequently arrested on charges of drug trafficking. The two met in 1998, cohabited, and had 2 children before formalizing their marriage. Their relationship was marred by a series of arrests related to drug trafficking. In June 2013, Chinedu was deported from Kenya after authorities discovered narcotics in his possession. Akinyi continued her business operations, which increasingly became associated with criminal activity. Her once thriving Deep West resort in Nairobi's Lang'ata area was eventually revealed to be a hub for her illegal activities, particularly drug trafficking. Akinyi's legal troubles peaked in 2019 when she was arrested for trafficking heroin. On July 13, 2019, a police raid at the Deep West Resort uncovered 2 kilograms of heroin, valued at 5 million shillings, hidden in a shoe rack. According to evidence presented in court, the drugs were found in one of the rooms at the hotel, which Akinyi used as an office to meet people and gave instructions for it to be opened to specific individuals. This discovery led to charges against Akinyi and her co-accused, Pauline Kolala Muzenkenshe and Perez Adhiambo, for drug trafficking. The prosecution presented compelling evidence that Akinyi was not only trafficking heroin from Pakistan but also using her resort to coordinate and facilitate the trade. The court convicted Akinyi under Section 4A of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act, which stipulates life imprisonment for trafficking in narcotics. In addition to the potential life sentence, Akinyi could also face a fine of up to 5 million shillings. Her co-accused, Kolala and Perez, face similar penalties. Akinyi's case was further complicated by her possession of forged Kenyan passports during her arrest. She was convicted of possessing passports under the name of individuals who were not her own. This offense, under Kenyan law, carries a prison term of up to 10 years. Evidence showed that Akinyi had used multiple forged passports to travel abroad, often under different aliases, highlighting the extent of her involvement in international criminal networks. One of the key pieces of evidence against Akinyi was the discovery of a Tabita digital scale in her resort room, a tool commonly associated with drug trafficking operations. In her judgment, Magistrate Njeri Thuku, who convicted Akinyi, also highlighted the presence of a Tabita digital scale, the device typically used to measure micrograms and grams. The compact size of the scale, which can fit into a handbag, was described as a telltale sign of drug trafficking. It is normal to find desktops and laptops in a room converted into an office, but it is not normal to find a digital weighing scale, Thuku remarked. Officers from the anti-narcotic unit testified that they recovered heroin wrapped in white cello tape from the shoe rack in the room where Akinyi and Kolala were present during the search. Akinyi and Kolala were in the room together and they had exclusive possession. They witnessed the room being searched and the recovery of the drug from the shoe rack. I dismiss the defense offered by both Akinyi and Kolala because I'll find that it lacks merit, Thuku ruled. The court also dismissed Akinyi's defense that the drugs were planted by her enemies, including her estranged husband, Chinedu, and others jealous of her success. The prosecution's evidence, including photographs taken during the arrest, firmly established Akinyi's role in the trafficking operation. Moreover, the evidence of Akinyi's use of forged passports further weakened her defense. The court found that Akinyi could not provide a reasonable explanation for why she had a passport belonging to Jacqueline Glory Ekinkwendo, and her claim that it was one of many identification documents left by guests was dismissed. Akinyi was found to have several passports under different names, including an East African passport in her own name and 2 Congolese passports under the names of Mape Marlene Kambura and Roha Evelyn Kambara. These documents had allowed Akinyi to travel internationally, often under false identities. The magistrate stated that the evidence from officers in the Immigration Department confirmed that the passport A2298844 in the name of Jacqueline was genuine and had been used to travel several times. Perez Enyango, one of her co-conspirators, was also implicated in using multiple fake passports for international travel. According to evidence from immigration, Perez traveled to Dubai and Qatar through JKIA on May 14, 2007, and May 7, 2014, respectively. In December 2018, Perez also traveled to Congo via Rwanda using a Congolese passport in the name of Evelyn Kambara. Perez, who is on the run, is also said to have 3 passports with different names, including Millicent Okoth Omondi and Eveline Raha Kambara. Perez and Akinyi also traveled in 2019 to the United Arab Emirates using passports under different names. In addition to the forged passports, audio messages retrieved from Akinyi's phone provided further incriminating evidence. The messages, dated July 11 and 12, 2019, indicated that Akinyi had informed her co-conspirator, Perez, of a planned trip to Kampala shortly before her arrest, showing that she was actively involved in coordinating criminal operations. Over the years, Akinyi found herself at the center of several arrests, most of which were linked to drug trafficking. In 2008, she was arrested in New Delhi, India, alongside former Budalangai MP Raphael Wanjala after customs officers found undeclared cash worth 7.59 million shillings in their possession. The authorities suspected the money was intended for purchasing drugs, but they were eventually released after intervention by the Kenyan government. This arrest set the tone for Akinyi's subsequent legal troubles. In 2013, Akinyi and Wanjala were arrested again, this time on the Nairobi-Namanga highway, where police found a suspicious white powder in their possession. Though they claimed it was maize flour, the police suspected otherwise. As with previous cases, Akinyi and Wanjala managed to avoid serious charges and were released. In 2021, Akinyi lost 2 high-end vehicles worth 20 million shillings to the state as they were deemed proceeds of crime linked to drug trafficking. Milimani High Court Anti-Corruption Judge Esther Mena ruled that Akinyi could not explain the source of her wealth, concluding that she acquired the vehicles through illicit drug trafficking following her numerous arrests and prosecutions. The Asset Recovery Agency investigation revealed that Akinyi had been part of a complex drug trafficking network led by Chinedu before his deportation. The agency discovered that Akinyi had deposited large sums of money into her bank accounts ranging from 60,000 shillings to 20 million shillings, suggesting illegal sources of income. Furthermore, she had invested in real estate, constructing and purchasing villas, which she later sold or leased. Joyce Akinyi's story is a stark reminder of how ambition, when entangled with crime, can lead to a spectacular fall from grace. From running a flourishing business to becoming a central figure in Kenya's war on narcotics, Akinyi's double life unraveled under the weight of her illegal empire. Her conviction not only serves as a landmark case in combating drug trafficking but also exposes the vulnerabilities in systems that allowed her operations to thrive for years. As she awaits sentencing, her tale transitions from one of entrepreneurial success to a cautionary narrative of how power and greed can derail even the most promising paths. The final chapter of her life may now be written behind bars, serving as both a lesson and a warning to others who dare to walk the fine line between prosperity and peril.